Hello, welcome back. So today we're going to be speculating over the next 5-star batch. Keyword is just speculate. I don't know anything. It's just speculation. Having some fun today. Um, I know it's been like 3.5 months since the last 5-star batch, so we're about due. Probably in the next month, maximum two. If it was more than 2 months, I'd be shocked. Um, so just kind of looking at who still needs a 5-star. Um, or 5 stars waiting for a batch. So we got Wing Saber, Vector Prime, Power Glide, Orion Pax, Trax, and Overload. So those are the options of 5 stars waiting. So typically, batches will have at least two, maybe three endurance bots. So those would be Wing Saber, Vector Prime, Orion Pax, and Overload. So I would expect three. Um, Trax and Powerglide are waiting for their 5-star to come, uh, but they're not even released yet, so they're definitely not going to come straight to a patch. I think Trax is going to be web store exclusive for a bit. Powerglide is going to get a legacy event. So between Wing Saber, Vector, Orion Pax, and Overload, I think Wing Saber, Vector, Prime, and Orion Pax. I know those are the three longest waiting ones, the three oldest. So I would guess all three of them would be in a patch, and then Overload will wait to the next one. Powerglide will probably be at least the next one, batch 19. Um, Trax was, I think, confirmed for batch 19 next year, not batch 18 this year. Um, so I originally thought that the batch would be Wing Saber, Vector, Orion Pax, Trax. And then the thing about Trax, the con version of Trax is Cutthroat, and that completes their Abominus, which is a combiner, and that's the bot version. So that's a con version of Defensor for the bots. So now the cons have Abomination slash Defensor complete. So the last bot we need is Streetwise, who obviously doesn't have a 5-star yet. So I would say it's pretty safe bet that he's maybe not a safe bet, but like I think he'll be in this batch. Um, all the newest batches also have combiner pieces. So Wing Saber, Vector, and Orion packs aren't combiner pieces, so we'll get at least one. Um, because I've completed these batches, so I can't show them. But batch 17 had Lightspeed for the bots. Batch 16 had Nosicone, and then batch 15 has Slug and Afterbreaker. Batch 14. Who's the batch 14? A Roadbuster slash Full Tilt is one. Sea Phantom and Whirl are one. Yeah, so there's typically at least one combiner piece in all the latest batches. So I would say Streetwise, and then if we look at the combiners, so Skyrain is just missing Trailbreaker, who, by the way, it was confirmed on Waz's stream today. He's coming at the end of the saga, so that's pretty exciting. But they didn't really say who the next 5-star combiner will be. It was before Trailbreaker announcement. It was heavily speculated it would be Defensor, just because we knew Trax was coming. That completes it for the cons. I know in their last Space Ape stream, which I guess they're Yoda 1 now, but in their last stream, I think Dale was talking about how he had ideas for Defensor rework. So it's very speculated but not confirmed. That'll be Defensor. But the other options would be Trailbreaker, Skyrain. There's Streetwise, why for Defensor. That's why I think he'll be in this batch. And then for the 5th slot, I wouldn't be surprised if it's another combiner piece. There are quite a few 4-stars who just need a 5-star version, so I wouldn't be surprised if we get started on Megnaboss. Get one of these 3. Prowl is already in the game, so Mirage just needs a 5-star. However, I think he's gonna get a Legacy rework, so I don't think that would be this batch. Maybe batch 19. See, I'd rule out Mirage for this batch just because he's gonna get. I'm 99% sure he's gonna get a Legacy before he gets a 5-star. Powerglide has a 5-star. He's gonna get a Legacy event, and then he'll be in batch 19 probably, maybe 20. Batch 19 might just be a bunch of legacies. And then so it could be Skydive or Alpha Bravo. That would be combiner piece without completing anybody. Skydive I think just needs a 5-star version. Alpha Bravo, a little harder. I think him and Prowl just need some buffs. They're kind of the same bot rate. And then is it interesting? So I think Dust Up will need a legacy, so I don't think she'll be in this batch for sure. But Pyramagna, Jumpstream, and Stormclash, they're all pretty solid. I think I could easily see one of them as a 5th slot. So just again to recap, we're just having fun, no facts, just speculation. So I would expect the next batch to be Wing Saber, Vector Prime, Orion Pax. I'm very high on it being Streetwise, but it's not guaranteed, of course. And then the other options were one of the combiner pieces I mentioned. For me, I think Streetwise, or not Streetwise, I think Jumpstream would be very interesting. I know her 4-star is even really solid, but she just needs a 5-star. Like, if the batch is coming soon, with all the work that just happened with the balance batch, I think someone who just needs a 5-star, someone who doesn't need a rework or anything, like Mind what, in the last patch, like Metalhawk, Chromia, Cosmos. I think they didn't get reworked, but they got like some good work on them. So I don't think they're gonna look into that for this patch if it's coming soon. They just want to pick someone, give them a 5-star, and there you go. I think that's kind of the reasoning why Trailbreaker is getting a 5-star at the end of the saga. So for me, that's why Jumpstream sticks out to me. She is very solid. She just needs a 5-star version. Skydive 2, I would lean Jumpstream, but Skydive could work too. Mirage, I would rule out. I think he's gonna get a legacy. Any of these 3, I think are pretty solid. They also just need a 5-star version. Because yeah, they've said that all combiners will get a 5-star eventually. So it would be kind of weird if like we got a bunch of combiner pieces and then we got none, and then a bunch. So I think they're gonna start trickling in some Magnaboss pieces at some point. He's the only combiner I think that is 0 5-star parts available. Yeah. So I would bet money on Streetwise. I think there's a possibility it could be batch 19 just to match. If Trax will be in batch 19, then Streetwise matches Trax, so that's possible. But like, again, with the speculation that Defensor will be the next 5-star combiner, I think it would make sense to, because 5-star Trax is coming in the web store I think next week, not this week. So then we get Streetwise, and then they won't release 5-star Defensor until Trax / Cutthroat comes to the batch. Yeah, to me that makes a lot of sense. It's really just figuring out the 5th one. It's funny, we can kind of start piecing together batch 19 too. I think Trailbreaker, Trax, Overload are pretty safe bets, and then I'd probably add to like Mirage and no, probably not Mirage. I don't think they do 3 combiner boats and 2 endurance. So yeah, and we're getting a little ahead of ourselves, but yeah, pretty exciting. I don't think a new 5-star combiner will come maybe this year, maybe like in December with a balance update. Yeah, that's it. Just speculation. Just trying to have some fun. If you're still here, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. If you keep coming back, that would be appreciated. And I'll see you next time.